Alright, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Call Halayim, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. I want to give all praise to the Most High Yahweh in the name of His Son, Yahushai. That's the ancient Hebrew names for the Heavenly Father and the Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to say peace and blessings to the elect out there, those deemed through prophecy, the residue, the remnant of our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, those are confused faces. You are the elect of Israel, and these videos that I do, they are for you. This edification is for you. Okay, and double honors to our elders and apostles of Israel, known as Great Millstone in these times, okay? Not sure what I'm going to title this yet, but I'm going to get straight into it. G-Man was doing a live show earlier about, he was trying to claim that this elder brother, Yashawamba, on his page, GMS Shar Mathba, it says that he's a lawbreaker and GMS is a lawbreaker. But he doesn't even keep the laws himself. And then he says that you don't have to keep the laws. I mean, he's just jumping all over the place with his claims. It's kind of hard to keep up with everything that he says because it's just, you know, when things are a mess and something someone's a scatterbrain, it's hard to collect everything all together at once. But I want to point out that it was prophesied that we would be keeping the laws, all right, especially in this pertaining to this captivity in these days that we're in, okay? And keeping the law will not save you, all right? You have to keep the law with your faith. Your faith in your works is what is going to bring you unto salvation and sincerity in Yahushai. Okay, so let's get straight to the prophecy that the Christians ignore, and that they obviously don't read. G-Man didn't read. Okay, so let me get this precept here. Judges, and this is real basic, you know. It's just basically a prophecy that a song that Deborah is taken from a song that Deborah has sang. Judges 5 and 11. Okay, Judges 5 and 11, it says, "They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates." Alright, so this is prophecy, alright, because and back then we knew that we had to keep the laws. It wasn't a thing where, oh, we have grace and, you know, we had this huge sacrifice. Speaking about Yahushua, they had one sacrifice that did away with it all, and you don't have to keep certain ones anymore. No, we had to keep the entire law back then. Alright, that's why you go to Hebrews, and it talks about how the old laws, Hebrews 8 talks about the old law is grown old. Alright, and we're going to be receiving a new one. Well, us rehearsing the righteous act in this land of our captivity is prophecy. Keeping the law is prophecy. Now let me explain this precept. Alright, it says, "They that are delivered from the noise of the archers." That is talking about the nuclear destruction that is coming to America. Alright, the archers are talking, those arrows are talking about the missiles. Okay, those arrows, alright, because the deliverance, there's fire coming. Alright, I did a video on that, how that lake of fire is going to be the United States. And the arrows that are going to be shot are those nuclear missiles. The men of the Lord back then were just describing what they saw. Okay, so it says, like I opened up this video, I said, peace and blessings to the elect, those predestinated to receive salvation. What? To be delivered from the noise of the archers. Okay, Job 20 and 24. Alright, it's talking about the people in this land, specifically the so-called white man, Esau or Edom. It says, Job 20 and 24, "He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through." And I always use the example, in ancient times, they didn't have their bows and arrows. They weren't steel. It would make no sense to have steel or iron arrows. Okay, it would be way too heavy in battle. Okay, so what this has to be talking about is the missiles. "The bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn, it cometh out of the body. Yea, the glistering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him." Alright, and it says it cometh out of the body. Those are the silos that house the missiles. Alright, you have trains, you have you have submarines, okay, you have actual underground bunkers, there are actual silos. Alright, that's what Job was describing. Okay, that's what Job was describing. Now let's get Ezra's. Let's get Second Ezra's. Second Ezra's 16. Okay, because Ezra saw the noise of the archers as well too. Okay, he saw the noise of the archers too. Second Ezra's 16 and 15. I started 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. And that's about to happen real soon here in the United States. Verse 16. Like as an arrow, is speaking about this fire that's kindled. Alright, here's a description of it. It says, like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer. Remember, Judges 5 and 11. They that be delivered from the noise of the archers. 2 Ezra 16 and 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not back. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Okay? And that plague is talking about that nuclear fire. Okay? He's talking about that nuclear fire. So, back in Judges 5 and 11, it says, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers, talking about the elect of our nation, because only 144,000, according to Revelation 7, and 1/3, according to Zechariah the 13th chapter, are going to be delivered. That's who that's speaking about in Judges 5 and 11, because they know that the law is not done away with. And I'm going to get to that, because if Yahushua reiterated this prophecy, okay, it says, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water. The places, when you draw water, that's that represent. It represents work. Alright? You know, you see some of our people in these different countries, they have to wake up before the sun rises just to walk 3 or 4 hours just to go get water. Alright? Just like you have to walk to the well. It represents slavery and servitude. Alright? And that's talking about us here. Okay, let me just get a quick precept. I want to get a precept on that. This is Baruch. Baruch. Let me see. Salakia. Alright, well, I'll put it in post-production, but it basically says, in the place of our captivity we shall remember ourselves. And part of us remembering ourselves is keeping the law, statute, commandments, doing what was given to us to govern our lives. Okay? And that's according to prophecy. Why would you not want to do what's right in the Heavenly Father's eyes to the best of your ability? That's why in Judges it said we would rehearse the righteous acts. What are the righteous acts? The law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us. Like Hanukkah. We're about to celebrate Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication, coming up very soon. That's not done away with. What about, let's get John the 10th chapter real quick. Let's get John 10 and 22, and then I'm going to go to this other precept I had, and I'll be done. Alright. Yeah, John 10 and 22, it says, and it was Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter. And Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. So it says it was the feast of dedication. Why did it mention that? Because they were still keeping the customs. As we are today, we're still supposed to keep our Shabbat according to the new moon. Still supposed to keep the Pesach. But here it is, G-man, you're probably going to celebrate Christmas. Alright? But you're not gonna celebrate the Passover. You'll probably celebrate Easter. Alright? But you do all these other pagan things. And you don't have a beard on your face. You probably eat all types of abominable foods. Alright? The Lord didn't die so you could just do whatever the hell you want. Okay? He died because he was that sacrificial lamb. So now we don't have to go to sacrifice animals anymore. The Lord gave his own son for that, man. And you putting him to an open disgrace by saying now you can do whatever the hell you want. That's why he died. No, it doesn't work like that. Now you have to have faith in Yahushua that you won't be put to death for certain things, man. Alright? Or reap the judgment of certain things in the law, statutes, commandments. That's why this is just a rehearsal. The Lord wants to see our works along with our faith, and not just your faith alone. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. This is Yahweh Shai speaking himself. It says, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. Alright, and I just read prophecy. Alright, and there's several laws that we can go into. Like I just spoke about one. Yeah, when you go to it was Deuteronomy 16 and 16, 3 times in a year all men shall come to worship before the Lord. There's 3 certain high holy days where we have to report to our land. Alright, well we can't do that now, but guess what? We keep those high holy days. It says, I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. And what did he fulfill? The sacrificial laws. That's why he's known as the Lamb. Verse 18, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass away, which clearly it has not and will not, okay, because the earth abideth forever. Alright, one generates and cometh, and one passeth, but the earth abideth forever, according to Ecclesiastes. Alright, so none of this is done away with. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. So my question is to you, G-Man, and all you Christians, if you claim that we have to keep the 10 Commandments, well, what about the way you cook your food? Do you eat your steak raw, or do you cook it all the way through? You cook it all the way through. You don't drink the blood or eat the blood thereof. Why? Because it's based off of sound biological principles coming from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's just one example. Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and teach men so, like keeping your beard, that's not hard. Not sleeping with your brother's wife, that's not hard. Okay? Paying your tithes if you're able to, that's not hard, man. These things are not hard. Keeping the Shabbat to the best of your ability when you can. Alright, when it comes in, that's not hard. Those are least commandments. Alright, so it says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and teach men so, meaning telling people you don't have to keep them, he shall be the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So G-Man, you were going to be least in the kingdom, man, because you're teaching men not to keep the law. Alright, you're saying you just have to have faith in Jesus Christ, man. That's going to get you destroyed, man, and all you Christians too. Alright, because you're doing all types of filthy abominations, man. You call Sunday your Sabbath day, but then after church you cook, and you're not supposed to kindle a fire, and then what you cooking pork chops, man. You just adding sin unto sin. Alright, this is 1 Timothy 1 and 8. It says, but we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. Alright, and we are in the land of where the archers are going to be shooting their arrows, and we are to be rehearsing these righteous acts according to the prophecy, man. And we're supposed to have faith in doing so, because the law is not going to save you alone, but we are to keep it, man. It's a part of our customs, it's a part of who we are. Alright, Romans 7 and 1 even says that. You know what, I didn't have that on my list, but I gotta read it. Romans, because I posted this in that live chat. Alright, because we was up in there cutting him up, man. He wouldn't want to deal with us though. Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. So we don't have a choice, man. Alright, we don't have a choice. We are supposed to do these things and govern our lives according to how Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai told us. Alright, choose life and not death. Alright, and you have to be spiritually minded to understand that. So I want to say, call halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, all praise to the Most High name of the Son. I pray this was edifying. Shalom wa barakim to the elect, and double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom.